Hi everyone. In a few minutes we will begin. We'll start we'll start in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm starting. So currently we have 27 watching. Guys, please tell your classmates to join now so we can start the review and we'll end exactly an hour. The attendance will not be checked. I'd just like to see those who are here joining the review. In a minute, class will start the review. So 42 now. 45. Now, I'm encouraging everyone to participate by writing the letter of your choice whenever we proceed in every problem that I'm going to discuss as a review for your upcoming long test. Also, if you have question, you just chat. You just type on the chat box so I can address your question. One more minute. We will start. Before, okay? Nice. So we are now 56. Okay, I'm starting to share my screen now. Can anyone tell me what you see on the screen? Do you see the PowerPoint presentation now? Just say yes, please. Okay, that's good to know. Now, as what I was saying, guys, this is a special class for all of you grade 8 students because you all know that you will take your long test next Friday, exactly next week. So let's have a review. And after this live session, I'll be giving you the copy of the discussion note. So I want you to participate as you write down your answer on the in the chat box. Okay, let's start. So actually, your long test will cover 6 lessons, and after the review on the last slide, you will see what will be the coverage. And this is how um, I will construct your long test, the manner how we will answer these example exercises. Okay, so to those of you who have not yet encoded his or her name, just type your name, please, and say present. Okay, so we'll begin with number one. So here, which among the points belong to the solution set of the inequality y is less than 4x minus 3? Now, we know grade 8 that the solution for an inequality is a set. Now, what we're going to do is to find out which among the choices here is one of the solutions of this inequality. So basically, what we will just do is substitute each ordered pair here to the x and y respectively of the inequality. So for A, so we will substitute 0 to x. So we have 4 times 0 minus 3. So the right side of the inequality is 1, and then the left side is 0. So this is 0 is less than or equal to 1. So as we substitute, no, for a while. So it has to be negative 3 instead, sorry. So what we will be doing here is to substitute x equals 0 here. So this will be like 0 is less than or equal to 4 times negative 3. Okay, it's the other way around. This is really the final solution. So you have y is negative 3 less than or equal to, so 4 times 0 minus 3. And we have here negative 3 is less than or equal to negative 3. Since the inequality has equality symbol, we can say that this is the correct answer. But let us check each among the choices here, which could be a possible solution. But in your real examination, there's only one correct answer among the choices. Okay, so some of you are saying that the answer is A. Let's verify the other options. Okay, so 1, so we have here 4 times 1 minus 3. So maybe we start with Y. So we have 2 is less than or equal to 4 times 1 minus 3. So this is 2 is less than or equal to 4 minus 1 is 1. So this is a false statement. Because we all know that 2 is greater than 1. And then here we have negative 5 is less than or equal to 4 times 1 minus 3. So this is negative 5 is less than or equal to 1. And I guess that one is also the correct answer, right? But I'm telling you, in your test, there will only be one correct answer. But C here is one of the solutions of this inequality since negative 5 is less than 1. Okay? And then choice D, so y is 6, so this is 6, is less than or equal to 4 times 2 minus 3. So basically, you will just substitute the x coordinate and the y coordinate to the x and y respectively of the inequality. And then decide if the statement is true. So if the statement is true, then we can say that that point is the solution. Okay, so simplifying the inequality, we have 6 is less than or equal to. So this is 4 times 2, 8 minus 3, 5. So again, this is a false statement. So we have two possible answers for number 1, and that's A and C. With your answer, I so you have all agreed that the answer is A because you worked for A and you decided to come up with A since you assume that there's only one choice. Actually, I was about to consider C as the correct answer, but then as we solve, A is a possible answer too. Okay, so let's move with number 2. Which among the points belong to the solution set of the graph of this inequality? Okay, now this is the graph of an equality. You learn that the shaded region is the solution set. Okay, so some of you will have the answer already, or can you tell me what's the answer? You just type in the comment box. So let's look at 60. 60 is this one, and 60 is not in the shaded region, so this is not the solution. Okay, 8 negative 4 as well is on quadrant 4 here. And 8 negative 4 is not in the shaded region. So that is not the solution. How about negative 2, 2? So negative 2, 2 is somewhere here. And we can say that this is the solution. How about 6, 1? So 6, 1 is somewhere here, which is not shaded region. Right. So C is the correct answer. So far, so good. So I've seen your answer. Okay. Very good. Grade 8. Here. Describe the solution of the system of linear equations represented by the given graph. Okay? So you learn about the system of linear equations. Okay? So you begin to write your answer for number 3. Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay? A lot of a lot answers A. I think everybody answers A, and that's correct. The graph the graph are parallel lines, and you learn that there are three types of systems of linear inequalities. One is consistent and independent system. The other one is consistent and dependent system, and the last one is inconsistent. For an inconsistent system, the graph is a pair of parallel lines with an empty solution. So you are all right. The so the answer is A. It's empty. Very good. Okay. So number 4, which among the graphs below has an empty solution? Okay, in relation to number 3, you have answered A, right? So this time, what must be your answer? Okay. So it's C. Well, this is a pair of parallel lines. And I've mentioned that this is the graph of an inconsistent system. So definitely, the answer here must be letter C. So this is the answer. Okay, super, so good. Okay, describe the slope of a consistent and dependent system. Okay, so these are the choices. You type your answer if you already have your answer. Is it the negative reciprocal of each other? The slope, the slopes are not equal. The slopes are equal. And letter D, reciprocal of each other. Okay, seems that you have reviewed already and you got all the correct answer. And it's C. You're all right. Tama. Because the system is consistent and dependent, the graph would coincide. If that's the case, then the two equations are equivalent. So if they're equivalent, definitely the equation was just renamed, but they're of equal value. So we can conclude that their slopes as well are equal. That's right. So which type of the system of linear equations, that's SLE, may or may not have the same y-intercept? So when we say y-intercept, guys, again, so these are the points located along the y-axis. Okay? So a line would have one y-intercept. So how would you describe or which type of the system of linear equations? So we have 3. They may have or they may not have the same y-intercept. Consistent and dependent, inconsistent, consistent and dependent, or none among the choices. So, sige, continue typing your answer. So we have one here is independent and the other one here is dependent, okay? So let's make it independent system and then this one is dependent system. So remember the ratio that I have introduced to you on their coefficients A, B, and C. And the y-intercept is associated with the constant term. Okay? So yes, the answer is A. You're right. It's A. Okay? For inconsistent system, they have different y-intercept. For consistent and dependent, same with their slopes, they also have the same y-intercept because they are equivalent equations. No? Okay. So the answer is A. Okay. So I've changed choice A. Instead, I made this consistent and independent system. Okay? Identify the solution described by the graph below. Empty, zero, zero, infinite, none of the above. And this is the graph. Can you place your answer for number 7 now? By just merely looking at the graph, can you decide as to which is the solution? Okay, good. I've seen the same answer. And that's the correct answer. It's A. Okay? Because the system is inconsistent and the graph is a pair of parallel lines. And in the previous discussion, you learned that the solution is empty. You're correct. Okay, next. Identify the solution described by the graph below. This one. Okay? Begin to type your answer for number 8, guys. That's your answer. Okay. That is correct. So the two lines intersect and we describe the graph as consistent and dependent. And with that kind of system, we have one solution, which is actually the point of intersection. And the two lines intersect at point 32. Therefore, the answer is letter D as in dog. Very good. Identify the solution described by the graph below. Again, here. The lines actually coincide. We have the red line and the blue line, okay, which are defined by x plus 3 y equals 2 and 3x plus 9 y equals 6 respectively, guys. So the system represented by that graph is consistent and dependent. And you're right again to conclude that the answer is letter B. Okay, the solution must be infinite. And the solution is the points on the coinciding lines. Okay, good, good. Here. So given the first equation, x plus y equals 10 and x minus y equals 2, solve for x. I'm giving you a little time to solve for 10 and then you type your answer. Take note that the x coordinate is being asked. So you may use elimination or substitution or what's the other one? Cramer's rule, or you may use graphing. But I suggest you use elimination for that one. Okay. Yung mga sagot na, it's A. Tingnan natin. If we're going to use elimination and we use addition because we want to eliminate y because we're asked to solve for x, so immediately we can have an answer for x. So we have 2 here, and we will use addition as what I've mentioned. So y will be eliminated. So performing addition operation, we have 2x here equals 12, and we will divide both sides by 2. So we have x equals 6 as we divide 12 by 2. And the answer is A. You are right again. Correct. Okay. So I assume that you don't have questions. If you have, just type on the chat box. Okay. Try to solve for this, guys. And these are the choices. Now you're asked to solve for x, so you have to eliminate first y if you want to use elimination, or if you want to use, it would be more complicated if you use substitution because you have to rename either of the equation. I suggest again you use elimination for that type of system. Okay, may mga answer na. 10 pa lang yun. So, letter C yung answer. Sige, I'll start working on 11. Okay, so 2x minus y equals 7. 2x plus y equals 13. So, again, if we're going to use addition, and we will be eliminating y, so we have 4x here equals 20. So we divide both sides by 4 to solve for x. And upon dividing 20 by 4, x is 5. And that is letter C. Very good. 11 is C. Okay, 12. Oh, here are the choices. Number 12, you are still again asked to solve for x. Negative x minus y equals 3 and x plus 2y equals 4. So you just check your answer and it's D. Okay, so let's try to find out if that's correct. So negative x minus y equals 3. And then we have x plus 2y equals 4. And then perform addition. So this will be cancelled. Although x is asked, so that's the listing that we can do first. So this is y is 7. So we will substitute y equals 7 to either of the equation. Okay? So if we opt to substitute y equals 7 to the first equation, so we have negative x minus 7 equals 3. And then we can transpose negative x on the other side and 3 on the other side. So we have negative 7 minus 3 equals x. And your answer is correct. X is negative 10. And the answer is letter D. All right. So we're in number 13 now. This time we will solve for y. And here are the choices. So you begin solving for y in number 13. Now guys, I suggest you use substitution there since the value of the second equation is expressed in terms of x. Okay? So what we will do is substitute x equals 3y minus 2 to the first equation. No? So we have 3. Instead of writing x, we write the value of x, which is this one. So we have 3y minus 2. And then this is 3y. This is 3x. Okay? 3x. So this is the value of x. So I'll just delete this one. You might misinterpret that as a fraction value. So I'll just remove this. So we have plus 2y. So as we do the substitution, you see that we are left with one variable only. So we can easily solve for that one variable, and that is solving for y. So we'll distribute 3 to both terms of the second factor. So this is 3 times 3y, then 3 times negative 2, and then plus 2y. There's 16, I'm sorry, equals 16. So this is equal to, so you have the answer already and you said it's B. Let's find out. So this is 11y equals 16, and then we transpose negative 6 on the other side. So that is plus 6. So this is 11y equals 22. So we divide both sides by 11. And y is 2. And your answer is B, and you are correct again. Now, whether you use elimination, substitution, graphing, or Cramer's rule, you should come up with the same correct answer. And you have many options as how you're going to solve the problem. The idea here is you just have to work on the easiest method. Okay, so for number 14, given the two equations, you're going to solve again for y this time. So you start solving, guys. And again, I suggest you use substitution. Okay, so you have the answer already. If you use substitution, so you're going to substitute the value of x, which is 2y class, to the x of this equation. So instead of writing x, you write 2y plus y equals 3. So you have 3y equals 3. And then you divide both sides by 3 to solve for y. And y equals 1. What's your answer? You are right. So the answer is A, which is 1. Okay? You don't need to solve for the other variables since you're just asked to solve for y. And once you are able to solve for that, you can select your answer among the choices. Okay? Here. Well, you have no choice but to use the determinant, Cramer's rule. I'm going to give you enough time to work on that. Okay? So, what is the value of the determinant in the given equations? The first equation is this. And this is the second equation. Okay? So, we know that D is equal to A sub 1, A sub 2 here, then B sub 1, B sub 2. And this is equal to the difference between the cross product of A1, B2, and B1 and A2. Okay? Yes, so, okay, may mga answer na. So, let's substitute the given. D equals, so A sub 1 here is 2, and A sub 2 is 2 also. B sub 1 is negative 1, while B sub 2 is what? So we have 2 times 1 minus the product of negative 1 and 2. So this is 2 minus negative 2. What's your answer, guys? Okay. Tama. So this is 2 plus 2. So this is 4. This is 2 minus negative 2. So the answer is letter D. Correct. Okay. Again, determinant. So guys, we are now in number 16. So this is the first equation and this is the second equation. And then we are solving for D. So again, D is, let's substitute the given. So may mga answer na ulit. So we have 2, 1 for a sub 1, a sub 2, and then negative 1, and then 3 for b sub 1, b sub 2 respectively. Okay, let's find out if D is really the answer. So this is 2 times 3 minus the product of negative 1 and 1. So this is 6 minus negative 1 and it's 7. Correct. It's letter D. Very good, guys. I think you are very much ready in your long test. Galing. Okay, another solving for determinant. This is first equation and this is second equation. So we have D equals A sub 1, B sub 1. So we have 1 and 1 respectively. And then negative 1 and 1 respectively for B1, B2. And then this is 1 times 1 minus the product of negative 1 and 1. Okay, may mga answer na. So that's 1 minus negative 1 and that is 2. Very good. Natutuwa ako, you're so active. Read it. Okay, tama. Now, do not hesitate to ask, ha? Kung naguguluhan kayo. Okay. Good, good. Now, this is for number 18. Okay, medyo mahaba ito, guys. Kasi we are now in the system of linear equations in 3 variables. And we're going to solve for x. And these are the choices. Okay. Sige. Try to work on that. Now, since x is us, try not to eliminate x. Okay? So that you will have a shorter solution. Instead, you decide to eliminate either y or z. But in the example, it's very obvious that we will eliminate y first. Kasi nga, the coefficients of y are either the same or the additive inverse of each other. So we can make use of elimination. Actually, I have just introduced elimination for solving system of linear equations in 3 variables. So we have no choice but to do that method. Okay? So again, we will assign each equation as equation 1, 2, 3. And then we will select 2 pairs of equations and we will do the elimination process and we'll come up with equation 4 and 5. So if we're going to select, for example, first and second equation, and then 4x minus 4y plus 3z equals 3, and we will perform addition, and then we will eliminate y. So we have 7x, this is 5z, and we have 12 here. And we will assign this class as our equation 4. And then we will select again another pair of equation. And if we want to, if we find easier to use addition rather than subtraction, maybe we can use addition and we can select equation 1 and equation 3. So we have 3x plus 4y. Okay, may mga sagot na yung iba. Plus 2z. Okay, letter A daw. Let's find out. Equals 9. And then we have 2x minus 4y plus 3z equals 1. And we will perform addition again. So we have 5x. This will be cancelled. So we have plus 5z equals 10. And this is our equation 5. Okay, so we are asked to solve for x. Okay, so we either perform subtraction and actually we will perform subtraction for us to eliminate z and then we can solve for x now. So let's rewrite equations 4 and 5 here. 7x plus 5z equals 12 and then 5x plus 5z equals 10. So this time we'll use subtraction. 7x minus 5x is 2x and this is 0. That's why that's cancelled. And 12 minus 10 is 2. So divide both sides by 2. We now have the value of x and x is 1. And your answer is A also. Correct. Okay? So you don't need to solve for y and z since what is us in problem 18 is just solving for x. Okay? Okay. This time you're asked to solve for z. And these are the choices. Okay? Sige, solve, solve, solve. So, since z is us, let us try not to eliminate z. So, we can eliminate x or y. And we will do some renaming of equations because the coefficients, some of the coefficients are not the same or not the additive inverse of each other. So we will be doing some renaming of equations for number 19. Okay, okay, solve. So if so we will assign this as equation 1, this as equation 2, this as equation 3. And let's consider equation 1 and 3 first, and let's eliminate y. So we have 3x plus y minus z. Oy, may mga answer na sila. Equals 2. And then 4x minus y minus 3z equals 0. Okay? And we'll perform addition. So makakancel si y dito. So we have 7x and then minus 4z equals 2. So this is our equation for class. Okay? And then maybe we can use equation 1 and 2. And we want to eliminate y since in the first elimination we eliminated y. So if we're going to use equation 1 and equation 2, so we will rename equation 1 so that we'll have the same or additive inverse of the coefficients of y. So maybe we will multiply this by 3. And then let's write the rename equation for 1 below. So we have 9x plus 3y minus 3z equals 6. So we multiply each term here of the equation by 3. So this is the new equation now. And then we'll copy equation 2. So we have 2x minus 3y minus 2z equals 1. And then we will perform addition again. So this is 11x and this is eliminated minus 5z equals 7. Okay? So what we're going to do since we are asked to solve for z, okay? So we have to x rather. I guess this is solving for x. I was just Anyway, so if we are asked to solve for z, and then let's let's stick with what is asked here. So this is equation 5. So we have to rename both equations so that the coefficients of both x here would be the same or additive inverse of each other. So we will multiply this by 11 and this by 7. So this would be 77x minus 44z equals 22. And here, this is 77x minus 35z equals 49 for a while. 22. This is 22, sorry. And this is 49. And we will do subtraction here. Z ang hinahanap ha, hindi ko na change yung given. But actually, in my file, I wanted to solve for x. Pero let's stick to solving for z. And your answer is letter C. Tama ba? Sige. Tuloy natin ito. So this is cancelled. Now take note that this is subtraction. No? So this becomes positive, this becomes negative, and this is addition. That's why this was cancelled. So this is negative 44 plus 35. So that is really 44 minus 35, but the sign should be negative. And it's negative 9z equals negative, so what's 49 minus 22? So that's 27, I think, no? So this is negative 27. And we divide both sides by negative 9. So z is equal to 3. And that is C. Tama kayo. You're right. Okay, good, good. Mukhang mape-perfect nyo na yung quiz, yung exam nyo, grade 8. Very good kayo dyan. Solve for y this time. Okay? And these are the choices. So we'll assign this as equation 1, this is equation 2, this is equation 3. And since we're asked to solve for y, of course, we will not eliminate y here. So we can eliminate z. That's possible. So if we're going to select equation 1 and 2, we have x minus y plus z equals 2, and then 2x minus y minus z equals negative 6, and perform addition. So this is 3x. No, 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 no. And this would be minus 2y, and this will be cancelled. Correct, correct. And this is negative 4. So this is equation 4. Okay. And then we'll work on equation 5. This time we will cancel again. We will cancel z. So we can select um, 1 and 3. Okay? Or 2 and 3. So if we choose 2 and 3, we have 2x. Okay, may mga answer na. Your answer is A. Tingnan natin. Minus y minus z equals negative 6. And then 2x plus, this is y, sorry. 2y plus z equals negative 3. And then we will perform addition. So this is 4x plus y, cancelled. Negative 9. So this is equation 5. And we're asked to solve for y. So we will rename, no. We will rename both equations. 4 and 5 for us to cancel x and then solve for y. So we will multiply this by 4 and this by 5. Tingnan natin, ha? So this is um 12x minus 8y equals negative 16. This is 20x. Oh, wait. Bakit ba 5? 3 pala. Sorry. Again. 3. So this is 12x plus 3y minus 27. And then perform subtraction. So cancelled. So this is negative 11y equals, so this becomes addition na, no? Minus ito is addition. Plus addition. So this will be 27 minus 16. Okay, so this is 11. Okay? So divide both side by negative 11. So y is negative 1. And what's your answer? It's A. Check natin. Okay, correct. You are 100% ready for the quiz. Okay. Wala mo nang aalis, ha? These are the coverage of your exam, guys. Linear inequalities, system of linear equations in two variables, solving system of linear equations in two variables by graphing, by elimination, and then using Cramer's rule, and then solving system of linear equations in three variables by elimination. Okay, wait, I'll stop sharing. Okay, how do you find the review, guys? Okay, naintindihan ba? Good. Yes. Kasi you know that you're only given an hour to work on your quiz, di ba? Pero, ano naman, enough naman yun 1 hour. Good. So, maybe some other time we can set for a review. Maybe in our BMS class, no? Okay, very good. Now, after I end this live session, I'm going to send you the discussion note in our GC. So, may mga questions ba? And it's raining here. Sige. My grade 8, thank you for your participation. Good luck to your test. Sige, you can go now. Okay, noted. Sige, bye.